biggest transformation, and welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, I want to invite you to hit the subscribe button. Make sure as you're watching to leave us some comments, encourage the cast, and smash the like button. If you are new to this season of The Biggest Transformation, we are in season 3. And prior to this week, we are just approaching the halfway point. And the cast has lost just over 200 pounds. In fact, last week, some of our top losers, we had Bryce, who's lost a total of 37.8 pounds. We have Nakia, 22.2, Stuart, 26.1 pounds, Steve, 23.4 pounds, Dana, who's been in the lead for 5 weeks in a row. Let's hop on with them, see if she can keep it going, hold on to the lead. She was at 23.2 pounds lost. So let's go ahead and jump on with them, see how they're doing, if she's gonna stay in the lead or if someone's gonna knock her down.
Hi. All right. Where's our people? Where's our people? We're missing some people. All right, here they come. Here they come. It is weigh-in day, and Sharon, you are up first, girl. You go ahead and step on that scale.
257.
Awesome job, Sharon. Okay, Trisha, you are up.
219.4.
Awesome job, Trisha. Steve, sexy Steve, you're up, buddy.
All right, here goes nothing. 25.4.
Gotcha. Good job. Abby, go ahead, girl.
You're having a great day. 154.2.
Okay, Krista Joy.
Good morning, everyone. We are 223.8.
Tammy the what's in, getting on the scale.
Okay, here I go. $193.8. Yay!
Awesome job. Nakia.
333.2.
Good job, Nakia. All right, Bryce, you're up next. Okay, Lori.
160.6.
Wendy, your turn.
183.0.
Okay, Dana.
Alrighty. 207.0.
And last but not least, Stuart. Awesome job. Wow, look at you guys go. In total, since we started, in the last 6 weeks, 234.1 pounds. 234.1 pounds. So our leaderboard for the week. In first place, 4 pounds down from last week, 27.2 pounds total, 11.61%. Dana holding down the first place spot. Like, what the heck? What the heck? She's like, nope, I like it up here. I like it up here. In second place this week, losing a total of 8.8 pounds last week, 46.6 pounds in the last 6 weeks, 11.16%, nipping on Dana's heels. Bryce in second place, buddy. Freaking amazing job, Bryce. Like, I see you, Bryce. I see you. He's like, Bryce is in the zone, man. He's got like I feel like he's got the black marks he's drawn on, and he's like, oh yeah, I see you, Dana. He's got his sights set. So you better watch it, Dana. I know you've got these traveling plans coming up. You better not be having no ho-hos.
No ho-hos.
No ho-hos. All right. In third place, with 2.2 pounds lost last week, 25.6 pounds total, 10.19%. Sexy Steve in the house. Steve, you know, for anyone that didn't watch season 1 and hears me calling Steve Sexy Steve, it might sound a little weird, huh? In fourth place, 1.8 pounds lost last week, 23.7 overall, 9.57%. Krista Joy. In fifth place, with 3 pounds lost last week, 29.1 total, 9.3%, nipping right at Krista Joy's heels. Stuart, fifth place. Good job. In sixth place, with 2.4 pounds lost last week, 12.7 altogether, 7.32%. Lori, sixth place, girl. Good job. Woo! In seventh place with 1 pound lost last week, 11.9 total, 7.18%. Abby, good job, Abby. In eighth place with 1.8 pounds lost last week, 11.8 total, 6.05%. Wendy, last week, 1.4 pounds gained. 20.8 total, 5.56%. Nakia girl, if you have a gain next week, I'm going to come to where you are and I'm going to find you and I'm going to beat you. In 10th place, 1 pound lost last week, 12 pounds lost altogether, 5.29%. Trisha. In 11th place, 2.6 pounds lost last week, 14.2 total, 5.23%. Share. And in 12th place, losing 1.1 last week, 10 pounds in total, 4.9%. Miss Tammy, 234 pounds total. Amazing job. If I break it down, let's just look at the top 5 right now. Dana, you're averaging 4.5 pounds a week. Bryce, you're averaging 7.76 pounds a week. Steve is averaging 4.26 pounds a week. Krista, 3.95 pounds a week. And Stuart, 4.85 pounds a week. The top 5, that is what you are averaging. So amazing, awesome job. Awesome freaking job. This week, we are officially at our halfway point. We are officially at our halfway point. Isn't that crazy? Our halfway point in the competition. It's kind of crazy. And so I want to talk to you first. And so we're going to start with you, Cher. And you guys sent me some goal outfits. And I just got to say, some of y'all, I was like, shut the front door. So here's what I want to know for you. How was that picking out the goal outfits? Like, how was it picking them out and then actually believing I'm going to wear this? Like, I am going to wear these outfits. So I want to know, how was it picking them out? And then how is it seeing yourself in those goal outfits? So we're going to start with you first, Cher. And by the way, super proud of all of you. Like, some of you shocked me with your goal outfits. I didn't see it coming, but I was so proud of you for getting your homework in, for doing it, for going for it. And then some of you guys kept them coming. You like sent in your first batch, and then you were like, here's a second batch. Oh, and here's some more. Oh, and here's some more. I'm like, oh, look at them getting extra credit. Anyway, all right, Cher, I'm coming over to you first. So tell us all the things.
This was my favorite activity. I loved it. It was so fun. I actually went back, and I don't know if you got it, but I sent you a PDF. I actually organized all of my outfits into little themes. Like, the first theme was Summer Sweetie. So I had like all my summer outfits, and then I had winter Christmas party cutie. And then Shoe Love is True Love. What was my other categories? Just fun categories that I just made up. And I was just so fun, especially the Christmas stuff, because we're hosting our Christmas dinner, the whole family. And it's kind of my goal to be down by that. And it's just envisioning yourself, and they really help, especially for me, because I'm super visual, right? So I they really, really help sort of solidify the vision, right? And it was so fun. And so you start to sort of believe like I can look like that too, and I can fit into that. And look at how cute she looks with her little Christmas cutie winter snow outfit on, or whatever it is, right? Summer maxi dresses and her stilettos, or whatever your little vision is. I loved it.
That is
I loved
awesome.
it.
Good
Yeah.
job. I'm so proud of you for going for it and for like, you know, like really, okay, what do I want to wear for this time of year? And what do I
Mhm.
want to wear for that time of year? Because listen, the more that you can start seeing yourself in Christmas outfits and
Yeah.
your next anniversary trip, honeymoon with your spouse, in bathing suits, and you know, like I had outfits that I was going to wear to Six Flags because we never went to Six Flags because I couldn't fit on the freaking roller coasters. So it was like all these things, right? That's awesome.
Yeah,
Good
it was
job.
fun.
I'm so proud of you. And I'm so glad you found joy in it. And
Oh yeah. I have a whole Pinterest board now. Yeah.
Shares goal clothes. That's amazing. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, Trisha, I'm coming over to you. Hi.
Hello. Well, I am definitely not as organized as Cher. It took me a bit to get into it. I guess still thinking like, oh my gosh, I'm going to wear this stuff. But it got more fun the more I got into it. And honestly, I kept looking at like, for me, like I hate my legs. So I kept looking at the legs. Like I want my legs to look like that. So that's kind of what I was, picking out outfits to show my legs, and I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna get there.
Yes. Yes. Listen, the only way you're not going to get there is if you quit.
Oh, I'm not quitting.
So that means you're definitely going to get there.
Yeah.
What's up, dude?
So this was a little difficult for me because I'm not exactly Mr. Fashion. I pretty much wear, since I've been dating Ashley for 6 months or so, she's pretty much dressed me. So, but I had a little fun with it, and picked a couple of celebrities who I admire, who are a little light on the hair, and have a good jack physique, like the Rock or Bruce Willis or somebody like that, and just them in a nice suit, seem to be where I'd like to go.
Yours was one of them, Steve. I looked at the outfits and I'm like, go Steve. Like, I was like, okay, he likes Dwayne the Rock, or whatever his name is. Because you sent several of the Rock, right?
That's right, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Yep. I was like, good job. So awesome job.
I noticed that the stuff that I picked still was layers, and I'm not a huge shopper. I love, my sister is, and she's really just classy and cool, and we're about the same size, and so I usually just take her hand-me-downs and I try to make them look cute. Isn't that stupid? Anyway, so it was just fun to see that I'm still choosing outfits that are layers, which I started wearing more layers when I started hiding my extra pounds. So anyway, that was fun.
So I originally started with going through my own outfits. And I was like, I have some really cute outfits that I have saved from the past. And I was really excited. I was thinking, oh, there's this one. We used to go swing dancing all the time, every week. But, thank kids. That makes it a little hard to go out Thursday nights at 7 p.m. And we would go to big, huge hanger dances and with live bands. And I was getting into vintage clothes. Vintage clothes don't come in size 10, 12, 14, 16. And so I got out that dress that I had last worn, and I'm so excited. But I realized, like, I haven't been lower. I haven't been lower than a size 10 in pretty much most of my adult life. So I don't have any of those clothes. So then I was like, oh, what am I gonna do? I don't want to go shopping. But then I realized I could just stream and choose outfits I found online. And I definitely went for a lot of like vintagey type looks and like dresses that twirl and A-line and that kind of go like this. And then I was like, oh, I should find a swimsuit. And then I got a Super 40s, like looking at a Super 40s type swimsuit, and I screen capped it and sent it to you. And then I was like, hey, honey, you should look at the outfits. And he's like, oh, I like that one. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. And he goes, wait a second. Because the swimsuit that I chose was itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini. Literally, it was. Didn't even think about that one. But it's so cute. I'm like, oh, I might actually have to get it. And it's not itsy bitsy, I should say. It's like the super high waisted, like 1940s two piece. It's really fun. So it was really fun, but that was my experience.
Listen, for me, I was so excited to have that visual in my head. So I know where I'm going. That is my roadmap to get there. And Karma, I will push for 3 pounds this week, okay? I think it was the work and the stress and all of that going on with the fair and real estate and all that. But hey, anyway, we're going to push through it, reset this week to get there. But yeah, I enjoyed picking out my outfit. Love what I picked out. So I said the next day I'm going to go ahead and just buy them. That's what I said to myself. Well, let me just go ahead and buy them. And then I was able to show them to one of my friends. She said, is that what a size 6 looks like? She said, that doesn't look bad at all. I said, see, I can get there. And so I just want to say, and then, it took me from looking at that. So I may need to do something with these boobs, right? Sorry, guys on there. I got to get the boobs right and all that. So I enjoy doing it. I love it. I see myself there. Also, it even helped me even more when I go work out. I see the picture where I'm going. And then, when I'm like, when Tishawn got me going really hard, I can see my flat belly. I can see the outfit on me. So yeah.
Been an interesting experience for me and this doing it right now because I have teenage daughters and I've been helping them shop because they just like shot up in the past like year and a half. So they're as tall as me. And so our running joke is like, when I get down to my goal size, it will double their wardrobe because they have elements of what, they both have very different styles and some things that I can absolutely see myself wearing. But for growing up, because I've been fluffy my whole life, putting on clothes was just covering up, right? It was never really about style. And my uniform, I would black shirt, black pants it all day, every day. And my sister who also works with me, I call her my personal stylist because anytime you have ever seen me in anything and thought, oh, Nakia looks really cute, my sister got that for me. Okay, so to be able to kind of explore and think about what my own style would be has been a fun experience.
When you can actually start wearing some of the clothes and going shopping doesn't become a chore or make you feel bad, all of those things, it's a completely different experience. Because when you're fluffy and you go shopping, in a lot of cases, by the time you're done, you feel worse. Because nothing fits. Yes.
But you know what I learned taking my teenage daughters? There's always going to be something that doesn't fit right. Women's clothing sizes are from Satan, right? Because you can have 8 different items of clothing all with the same numerical number and they fit vastly different. Like it's the range is crazy. And so I'm so grateful for this opportunity to do this like right now, because not only am I breaking my dysfunctional relationship with the scale itself, it's a tool, right? I use it for, and it's a number, it's just a number, it's not good or bad, it is a tool, it's a reference point for me. And so, and same thing with the numbers on clothing. The size of my clothing does not define me as a person, doesn't make me good, doesn't make me bad. It is what it is. And so having that perspective and hearing all of you, and especially you, Carmen, like, step on the scale. It's like having a business and not knowing your numbers. And like, I coach people all the time, like, know your numbers. So it's in a prominent place. Everybody steps on it every day. You know, so I've got that support system here. And so I can remember that for myself when we go shopping. It's not that, you know, and I've been able to shop in my closet because I think we all have clothes that are at least a size down, like in our closet that we fluffed out of or whatever. So I pulled out a pair of pants and I was like, there's no way these things fit. And I was like, just for S&Gs, I'm gonna try these mugs on. And they fit. And there were two sizes down from where I was the last time I bought a pair of pants to know what size I wear, right? So I was like, okay, I needed that non-scale victory. I needed that NSV in that moment, right? And so we're gonna take the wins where we have them and keep these L's into the LBs and not to gaining.
No, this one was a little tough for me to get into. I'm not stylish by nature, or care too much about, you know, what I wear by nature, and so I kind of farmed it out to my wife a little, if I'm being honest. I had her select a few outfits and then narrowed it down from there. My big goal, clothes related, is we're moving to Florida the first part of next year, and so my real big clothes goal is to not have to pack a single moving box with my clothes in it when we move down to Florida at the beginning part of next year, because they're all too big. And just once we get down there, I'll buy new clothes, because I'm at, you know, a smaller size, and I'm, you know, closer to that goal weight, if not at that goal weight. And so that's kind of my big clothes related goal.
So my clothes shopping was in my closet. I just had some pieces, like a dress that I wanted to wear that I couldn't zip up because I had too much junk in my trunk. Or the little shirt that, like Tammy was talking about, getting the girls under control. The jeans that I wanted to, so it was just a shopping of things that I previously had worn and can't zip up or fit without passing out. And I just wanted to get back into them. I actually forgot to put scrubs in, because there's scrubs that I used to wear to work that I can't get back into. So it was fun for me to see those clothes, because I thought, yeah, I'm gonna get back in those clothes.
Yeah, I think the more and more that I look at those examples and kind of keep that before me, and as I'm seeing the changes that are actually happening, I'm like, yeah, this can actually happen. And you know, I mean, for me, I had been those sizes when I was a teen and young adult. And so I know my body can get back there. It's going to look different than I did then, you know, because of what's gone on between then and now. I know that, like what we're just talking about, that might have to happen to make some changes in that area. That was actually something that kept me, I didn't realize it till, you know, probably the last 6 months or so, that was one of those fears I had, that I'm like, I want to lose weight. I would lose some, but then like, what am I going to do with all this extra that's going to be there? So now I know that's not an issue, and I know my body's going to adjust and adapt as we go. And so, yeah, I've been excited about, you know, the changes I've already seen in how my body looks and feels. And so, yeah, I definitely am expecting to get into those outfits or things, you know, similar things to what I shared. And I'm looking forward to that. And it was interesting because I was looking at pictures, I'm going, well, you know, a lot of these like styles and things, you can do them as a larger person, but then I'm like, no, I'm going to look for things that really only work for a smaller person, because, you know, make those bigger people things work and look nice. I mean, like there's tons of stuff we can choose from, but I'm like, so I was having to go through that thought process actually though, and go, okay, wait, that one can, you know, and some of the examples that came up when I was kind of searching certain types of outfits were, you know, for fluffier for our sizes. And I'm like, no, I want something that's on the smaller, you know, that's my goal size.
So how was it for you picking out those outfits?
At first it was really hard mentally because I've always hated shopping. And what I realized actually is I hate shopping because it's not fun. When you're shopping in plus size, it's especially, I mean, gosh, I remember being in even high school, like junior high, high school, and shopping for plus size clothes for somebody who's like not even, you know, 20 years old is really hard because nothing looks kind of young and fun. So I've always had this like, I hate shopping complex because of it. And as I started browsing like Pinterest and just Googling like skinny girl outfits and different things, I was like, oh my gosh, I kind of got excited because I started finding styles that I know I've seen girls wear, like especially here in South Florida, like if you're going out to a club or something. And I'll just be very honest, you can very easily become like, oh, look at that little hoe, you know, like how many guys they got, because you see them in like pretty much nothing. But what I'm realizing is like they walk around in confidence in it because they're confident in their skin. Where that's something I've been learning, like I'm learning to be confident in my skin. It's not going to happen overnight. So when I was exploring cute little outfits, I was like, man, I found me some booty shorts and I can't wait to get my little booty in them. And I sent you a bikini that I already bought that I have in my room. And then I also have a shirt. It's actually hanging on my living room or my kitchen wall. And it's a medium. And I'm excited to get into that. But I found other stuff that really like, that I didn't even send in. That was just like kind of lit me up. I cannot wait to go shopping when I get to a smaller size. It was really fun, just kind of, I don't want to say even dreaming because I don't even think it's dreaming, but it's planning for like, what am I going to go buy?
Stuart.
Hey, Carmen, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. So yeah, I had a good time picking out outfits. The big thing that came out of it is, if there's one thing I'm really good at is visualizing. So I visualize what it'd be like with me and my wife are 80 years old and we're on the porch and I'm smoking a cigar or whatever, and visualize my company 10 years from now, what that's going to look like. But I've never been able to visualize from a weight standpoint because looking back, it's because I never thought it could. I was never confident enough that it could happen. So the best part about this whole exercise is, as I was picking out these pictures, I was actually subconsciously, because I'm used to it. So I started visualizing. I was picking out the outfits. I was visualizing what I'd be doing in those outfits. I've already got the weekend planned. When I get those outfits, what me and Alicia are going to do. So that was really exciting. And then this morning I was working out with chest, and I was thinking, man, I got to make sure I do my chest hard because I got that white shirt. It's got to have a vest in that shirt. So it was cool, really cool.
That's so awesome. Now listen, as we continue to cultivate our vision, picking out the outfits that we're going to wear, the places we're going to shop, you know, what you're going to wear next Christmas, what you're going to pack on your next anniversary trip, what you're going to wear to your next birthday party. The more specific and the more a lack of vision is behind failure. And just because, and for a lot of us, listen, some of you have the amazing blessing of being able to say, yes, I've been there, I want to get back there. But a lot of us have never been small. So a lot of us are legit going to a place that we haven't been. And this is where it really takes faith. This is where it really takes going, okay, there's no such thing as being big boned. That's a myth. There's no reason why I can't do it. It's already been proven that it can be done. It's just a matter of time and me not giving up and giving in, and I'll be there as well. And the more you cultivate this vision and the more results you get, the more committed you get, that's what I'll say. The more committed you become. the more serious you'll get. The less temptation will bother you, the less you'll be tempted by all these other things. You know, when I first started, it was like, you know, actually, I'm going to hold that for a second. I want to get into this because that what we're going to talk about is going to lead into that. So I don't want to go backwards. So obviously this week you guys picked out the goal outfits, and hopefully you went into it from a mindset of if failure wasn't an option, what would I wear? If failure wasn't an option, what kind of jeans, what kind of bathing suit, what kind of, you know, whatever outfit, what are the things that you've seen on other people that you always thought, man, that looks amazing, that looks awesome, and not using, we've really got to work to not use our, well, I'm not into fashion, or I don't really care about those things. It's allowing yourself to care about those, allowing yourself to say, okay, because sure, some of you definitely probably are more into fashion than others, but what if you had to go shopping? What would you pick out? What are some outfits that you've seen on other guys and you thought, man, that's a bad A outfit, or other chicks where you thought, man, that's a really pretty or sexy or what feminine outfit, whatever it is that your style is. And so, but here's what I will tell you, especially today, we're going to talk about your habits. We're going to talk about your habits, because first we form our habits and then our habits form us. So first we form our habits and then our habits form us. And if I rewind 8 years ago, I was a morbidly obese woman because I had morbidly obese habits. So our habits, you know, if you were overweight when you started, you had overweight habits. If you were obese, you had obese habits. If you were morbidly obese, you had morbidly obese habits. And what's hilarious is a lot of times I'll be talking to people that are fluffy, especially clients that either just started working with me or I haven't, they're just fluffy people that we're talking. And so many times, people try to justify their habits. They try to cover up habits, but what we eat in private shows up in public. So even those of us that have had an eating addiction, those of us that have tried to secret eat, those of us that have tried to hide what we're eating, we're really not fooling anybody because it shows up on our body. It shows up on our body. And so our habits, the definition of a habit is a settled or regular tendency or practice, especially one that is hard to give up. So that is what Webster says a habit is. What I say a habit is are the things that we don't. So when we get stressed, for some of us, medicating with food is a habit. When we get stressed and you find yourself in the kitchen looking for food, that's a habit. A habit is anything you do without thinking about doing. Anything you do without having to think about, to contemplate, to reevaluate, you just naturally do it. But so first and foremost, it's recognizing that when we have bad health, it's because we have bad habits. And if we want to go from bad health to good health, we have to recognize what are those bad habits. What are those bad habits? Is it overeating? Is it eating to a place of I'm full? That is a bad habit. Is it finishing everything on your plate? That is a habit. Nighttime snacking is a habit. Complaining is a habit. Being negative first is a habit. It's figuring out what habits do you currently have that don't line up with your goals. Which ones don't line up with your goals? And the only way to truly get rid of a bad habit, and the biggest mistake a lot of people make with habits is they just try to get rid of the habit. They just try to take the habit and pull the habit out. They try to take the habit. We have this magnolia tree in our yard and it has big leaves in it. My husband's like, we're chopping that sucker down. So last year he went out and he sawed it down at the ground. He went out there and he sawed that tree down. All you could see was some little stumps sticking up just like that. Do you know right now, we have a 4-foot magnolia tree that has freaking grown back over the last year? That mother effer. came right back. I was like, little freaking sucker. Why? Because we never took care of the roots. We never got rid of the roots. He chopped it off at ground level and said, oh, honey, the magnolia tree's down. And then here it comes right back. So it's getting rid of the habit. And then it's because if you don't put nothing in its place, it will come back. And as we're coming into week 7, it's more important than ever to start recognizing what are those habits? What are the habits that have gotten us to where we're at? What are the habits? And I know some of you have already started to change some of those habits. So what are the habits that have gotten us to where we're at? Which ones still need to go? Which ones are we still keeping around? And what do we need to replace them with? Because if we don't root them out and we don't start moving them out, they're not going to leave on their own. And so it's really, as we are just rounding the over halfway point in this competition, it's really figuring out, it's really getting serious about starting to really be aggressive about getting rid of those old habits, saying goodbye to those things that aren't going to serve you as you move into your future and as you move towards your goal. And as we come into this second half of the competition, because when you start to get rid of those bad habits and you start to replace them with the ones that actually help you get to your goal, that's what's going to create long-lasting changes. That's what's going to create you not only losing the weight, but keeping it off. And it's not about being perfect. It's about giving it your best shot every single day. It's about just being aware of the things that are sabotaging us, of the things that are stopping us, of the things that have held us back. And again, not being perfect, but moving forward. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. And so as you dive into this and as you keep working on it, oh, I'm telling you, guys, do you understand? Do you really get the fact that you are changing you are literally changing your health, your life? The line in which your family will go is going to be traced back to this change you are making. I know without a shadow of a doubt, my kids' health, the life they know today, the life we live today, the marriage we have today, we can trace back, and it has gotten, there is nothing about life that was better then. Nothing. No thing was better then than it is now. And you guys are all on your way there. And I'm so freaking proud of you. I mean, give me a break. We're halfway through and you've lost 234 pounds.